everybody. My name is Preston. This is The Science of Money. This is TSOM. This is our free class hosted by Nubian Science Channel. And we want to always acknowledge the powers that make this possible. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and the Father. On that note, we are talking about the red pill system. We've been talking about this in the previous teachings, and so we're just going to kind of pick up. So the board tonight, or rather today, is a little bit similar to the one in the last video, but we are going to get into it, talk about it, the red pill system and money. So, what is the red pill system? So, as we talked about before, it's a matrix. We've already identified it as such. We've identified that it is a slave ship. We know that it runs on a 12-month period. 12 months translates into years, and it just kind of goes over time, and you kind of in this system. So, on that note, I want to thank everybody. If you're new to Nubian Science, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you've seen previous videos, here's some more great information that's going to be shared tonight. And keep in mind that our sole purpose is to reach 30,000 people a year and to teach them to save money using the MGMC, our Money Goal Money Management Chart. For those of you that want to reach out to us, you can call us at 214-944-0328, or you can email us at mgmc@mail.com. That's simple. When you do that, give us your savings goal for the year and we'll design your chart for you. It's that simple. Now, on that note, let's get into the free lesson. So, to the left of me, you see that we have the red pill, obviously, the system, and this symbolizes the pill. In line 1, we have the 5 times the 40, which is equal to any variable that the red pill system chooses to plug in. Typically, it's plugged in at 40 hours a week over a 20-day period and equaling 160 hours. Okay? So keep in mind that what is money? Money is motion. Money is opportunity. Money is niche. Money is energy. And money is really flow. So here's where the red pill system actually captures your energy. Okay? Because they're taking typically 160 hours, and I think you're getting that every 20 days, right? And when you come over here, what on the other end of the board here, you see for a person that's making $20,208, right? So they're giving up every 20 days 160 hours, and that's just hours. We're not talking about what you do once you get into the red pill system, or what you may be asked to do, or what type of conditions you may come into. And so, we'll get into that in just a minute. But the point made is that this system is designed not only as a ship to capture you if you're not careful over long periods of time. It's also systematically made by design to create what we talked about in the last lesson, stress points. So let's go over that. So for example, like I know it happens a lot when you get up if you work first shift. But in my experience, in working in the red pill system, so let's say you get up at have to be at work at 6, and you're gonna do 6 to 2 or whatever the case may be. So you get to work, and we'll get into this here in some other teaching, but I'm gonna touch on it briefly. So you get into work, you clock in, whatever, get ready, go to your assignment, whatever, and so your supervisor says, okay, well look, today I need you to work with me, and we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna do all this stuff, right? But your application said here this would be your primary role. So you would have one role versus one pay over 160 hours over 20 days, right? Equaling up at the end of a year to $20,208. So this is kind of like a 1-1 system, right? So equal pay, equal labor, equal pay, equal loss of energy. However, the red pill system creates stress points on your S1, which is you, okay? And the stress point is created by S2 because typically what happens, I won't go too far with this, but typically what happens is, so you clock in, like I'm saying, and you go in to do what you contracted to do in that role, and then you wind up getting asked to do all these other functions that have nothing to do with what you agreed to do, and and then so that's one stress point. So, and that's just an example of a stress point in the red pill system. Now, as we get down to line 2, the SPC, which is the stress point, it starts to grow. See what I'm saying? And the stress factor in the red pill system starts to grow the longer you stay in it, because S2, follow my arrow, can plug in any variable that they want to here to up the stress factor on you while you're in the system. It could be your rent. It could be, something that happens in the social environment. Inflation. Any variable that they want to plug in here, S2 actually controls the whole red pill system. And when S1 is plugged into it, which is you, then they can actually, over time, deplete your energy and your vitality. Because it's a well-known psychological fact that stress actually can kill. For verification, there's a psychologist, I don't know if he's still alive, but he talked about a theory of stress. I think his name is Hans Stiles, and he wrote a book and he talked about that where stress actually over time periods can kill an organism, and an organism is a scientific term for the body. And so in the red pill system, while you're in here, you, which is S1, you're in the system, right? And as I've said in previous videos, we go into the system solely for income, not even remotely aware of the underlying dangers that happen in the red pill system over time, because one, it taxes your body. They utilize your mental faculties, and then oftentimes you sign up for one thing, but you're given all these other tasks. And so as we said, because money is energy, you are the money, without being on a systematic plan to grow you out and to get you over to which the blue pill side, which we'll talk about in the upcoming lessons. I think we've got one more lesson on the red pill side, and we'll summarize. But it's very important uh, for everybody that's still in the system to understand what's going on. You have to mentally understand what's happening while you're in these systems, and you're working in the system for long periods of time. You ever notice how that people go and work a long time, how that when they get to a point of retirement or where they can finally step out of that, oftentimes a lot of people just don't have the vitality. They don't have the energy. And then they kind of wonder why. It's kind of like, okay, well, now I'm not working and I'm ready to do this and I'd like to do that. However, my body just won't respond the way that it used to. So there's a reason for that. And because our interest is in sharing knowledge, teaching 30,000 people about saving money using the MGMC here on the Nubian Science Channel. We want you to understand what's going on. This is why you need to get on board. This is why you need to get your MGMC, so you can get on a systematic plan that we've already designed exclusively to grow your money exponentially in ways that you just wouldn't imagine. You know what I mean? So back to the system. So what happens? You come down. So we can kind of look at 1, 2, 3, 4 either as weeks, quarters. You know what I mean? So let's look at them as quarters. So we'll say this is the first 90 days. So in that first 90 days, you'll do 3 times this, and the stress level will also grow. And so by the second quarter, this number here grows, stress level grows, and you kind of get the picture. And the reason that the system works to your disadvantage if you're not on a pathway to get out is because S2, as we talked about when we did the video on the big board, S2 represents the businesses, the firms. S1 represents us, okay, the natural people that are consumers. So what's happened is S1 in essence has been captured. You gotta keep in mind, what is money? Money is motion. You know what I mean? Money is always opportunity. See what I'm saying? Gotta think about it. Money is niche, money is energy, and money is yearly flow. And money is all wrapped up into this system. And so now, the way that it's designed is that everybody is kind of like in the system. On one side, you got people housed in stationary positions, and then on the other side, you got the employment stations where they go into the red pill system. They utilize all of their applications, mental energies, psychic faculties toward not their objective, not toward your objective or your personal agenda, but toward the companies. Because they have the company S2 has a mission statement, they have a plan, and then they uniform you. I've been in places where the first thing they do is take away that identity. They want to put a shirt on you, they want to give you a name tag, and now you technically are on the ship, on their ship, and you are under their directive, their control throughout your course of enslavement in the system. solely designed for that purpose. So, on that note, you see that S1 is actually caught up into a system because now everything that S1, which is you and I, are going to S2 for, which is gain, is now basically slowly absorbed back. How? Because we go to the job, we give them this, they give us pay, and then we turn right back around. Everything we earn, we give it to them. So we're caught up in a system now, a system of enslavement, a system of mental dependency, because we're not even remotely aware of what's going on. We just kind of like, I don't know where you live, but if you live in my area, freeways are massive, there's a lot of traffic, and it's amazing how thousands of people can be systematically tamed to be directed to go to a certain direction in the morning and to a certain direction back in the afternoon. And the reason that happens is because these people, we find ourselves trapped, and we don't know why, but we're trapped because now we're trying to get wealth, and the system is not designed to give us that. However, the MGMC, which we've been talking about for quite a while now, is exclusively designed for that purpose. We actually, on the last lesson, had it on the board where we had a real person, started with $5 in January, and in 51 days they had saved $10,000 and was able to pay off substantial bills, and just experience the rich life, as we call it here at the Newbin Science Channel. And everybody else can do that as well. The board is very, very inexpensive. I mean, very, very inexpensive, and compared to what you gain in return. See what I'm saying? So on that note, in this system, it creates an evolving axis that kind of becomes a spear that turns on its own accord. And we spend sometimes 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Now, and here's the thing. Here's the illusion to the red pill system, because you go into it and then they plug you into their culture. They socialize you and give you the idea, and then you become a part of their collective objective. And now you're pretty much going to work wearing somebody else's name, fulfilling somebody else's objective, and feeling good about that. And you're only going to get a certain percentage. Isn't that amazing? That this person here, that's making this $20,208 for that year, is going to sacrifice all that time. They're going to give up all that labor. They're going to give up all that mental energy to a system, basically, that's saying, okay, I'm gonna pay you, to create things for me, pretty much for us, for our plan. I'm paying you for that. You're creating it. I'm paying you for it. And then guess what? You come right back and give the money back to me for the very thing that you created. And this side of the red pill system is working. You know what I mean? And so we are so thankful for the wisdom and the knowledge and the Father that's given us the ability to bring this forth to the public. This is a teaching technology. It is ours. We own it here at the Newbin Science Channel. We're sharing it with the world. This is the pathway to wealth. It does work. We're not just up here doing these teachings and saying, hey, we got this. This is genuine. This is real. You got to follow the money trail. It's here. Follow us. This is the path. If everybody's looking for, hey man, how can I make a difference in my life? How can I change my financial situation? You ain't gotta look no more. All you gotta do is reach out to us. We can design your chart in about an hour. You know, if you live in the local area. If you are out of the state, then we can, we can design it, gotta mail it out to you. But, so on that note, this is the way out. I know a lot of people that come across this material, whether somebody referred you, whether you saw me in the field, gave you some information, however you got here. If you don't have an MGMC, you're stuck in this system. Because if there's a system operating against you systematically, and you're doing things sporadically, I mean, come on, man. It's hard to it's hard to win. It's like somebody just, they have a pathway to get, to where they're trying to go, and you don't. It's just hard to do that. And so this system has worked for so long, to be honest with you, because nobody's never really identified it until now. Nobody's never really taken the time to say, hey, this is what's going on, and this is why, and this is how, and this is the end result. And so we're doing that here on the Science of Money. We're teaching you about how money works, money system. You know what I mean? So you can have an understanding of the science of money. So I want to bring this video to an end here in just a few minutes. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, for just giving us the time. We humbly appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Here we are. It is coming into the ending of the first quarter of 2021, and so a lot of people are still here. They're still in the same position financially, that is, as they were last year and the year before and the year before. Why is that? Because no MGMC is the same thing as taking no action. And no action equals to the same thing. Okay? So, keep in mind in summary that the red pill system, it is the matrix. It can enslave you for 40 years, utilizing all of your energy, your emotion, your mental activity, your physical strength, and just all of that. And none of those things are for your objective and directive. And they do it all for a little bit of money. 2, red pill system, as 2 controls everything. When you're in it, you really don't control anything. You know what I mean? And so if they choose to create stress points, which they use, all they have to do is plug in this variable. So you see your S2 right there, and then your stress point is up, so forth and so forth. And then thirdly, the red pill system is an elusive system where it creates the idea for you and the objective for you, and you kind of get on autopilot and become a part of that. So just kind of pay attention to it. And so on that note, this is another episode of TSOM, Science of Money. This is our free class hosted by Nubian Science Channel, and I am Preston, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.